My name is Bijan Mohammed Sui, and for this video debate, I will be arguing how we should use military force against ISIS in Syria and other parts of the Middle East. Firstly, diplomacy is not possible with radical extremist groups like ISIS. Neither is deterrence. The past strategies of deterrence do not work against ISIS because they do not have a sense of political responsibility to their population. As George W. Bush stated in June of 2002, deterrence, or the promise of massive retaliation against nations, means nothing against shadowy terrorist networks with no nation or citizens to defend. Because we cannot deter them, we must use military force to destroy them in Syria and anywhere else they pop up. Unlike many other terrorist groups around the world, Salafi jihadist terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda face direct threats to the U.S. homeland. If we allow them to gain territory in Syria or elsewhere, they will undoubtedly use this safe haven to plan, train, and equip fighters for attacks against us. They seek a global caliphate, so it is not as if we can just leave them alone and they will leave us alone. The growing threat from the Islamic State is rooted in their ideological and religious narrative, which is very attractive to large numbers of people around the world. This has been shown by the large number of Europeans who have left to fight with them in Iraq and Syria. Their appeal is largely strengthened when they are seen as winning in what they portray as a holy war. This is why it is of the utmost importance that we use our massive military might to crush them in order to minimize their relevance. Thanks to the internet, we have recently also seen an increase in homegrown terrorism, as we have seen in the San Bernardino attacks as well as other instances. These people are able to influence individuals inside our country to kill civilians on their behalf. If we allow them to flourish outside of our country, they will inevitably grow within our country as well. We must destroy their capabilities to recruit members from around the world with our use of our military. If we do not destroy them, we risk their radical interpretation of Islam becoming mainstream. If we want to remain a free nation without the infiltration of these radical extremists, it is essential that we use our massive military force to destroy them in Syria and anywhere else they try to establish themselves in the Middle East. Historically, we have seen how a pacifist approach does not ensure homeland security, as was shown in the tragic events that occurred on 9/11. In order to avoid another disaster such as this, it is vital that we utilize the influence and power of our massive military to destroy ISIS.